Bitcoin emergency update. After last week's CPI consumer price index, we did not get a follow through, and the momentum is looking like Bitcoin is going to roll over to the downside. So we want to prepare ourselves, and today we're going to look at the technical reasons of why. So if you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Let's dive straight into Bitcoin. So we are on a daily chart with Bitcoin, looking at the price action. The first thing I want to bring your attention to is CPI, Consumer Price Index. And you can see the last few, these big announcements have led to price reversals. Announcement, price reversal. Announcement, price reversal. However, the last one happened on the 10th of November, and it looks like we had the reversal a few days before. Now, what we was anticipating, possibly, was a follow through to the upside. However, we have not got that follow through. So we're going to lean on something called double time frame momentum very heavily, because it can be very powerful to give us a clue on how the market is feeling. And we always want to trade in the direction of the trend. Now, just before I go over the details of that, just want to show you that you can actually now get access to this chart. It is free, is in the link below, because there's a few things I want you to be aware of. And the Bitcoin chart you can now download and upload and edit as you see fit, or just view it as we're literally, because I'm going to save this chart at the end. So there's two things I want you to really pay attention to. The recent momentum on this daily time frame. So when we see this bull reversal at a CPI, we do anticipate a follow through to the upside. But the momentum over the last week has now got overbought, is above this black line. Now, momentum indicators, there's thousands of them. My favorite by far is the stochastics RSI, and it just measures rate of change. It doesn't necessarily correlate with the price, but it's a big clue, and highs and lows can marry up with an indicator like this. And when it's in this above the 75 level and the price hasn't taken off, it would normally roll over. So we're now looking at, just to be extra clear, that the price is likely to go below this low and roll over towards the downside. I've also got this new indicator that I've created is to help us identify the trend. And this is the higher time frame trend, the weekly. And the notes that I've got written based on the information of the indicator is that we're in a bear trend, which is down. So it's a downtrend. And the local trend in terms of the daily chart, which is what we're on right now, it says overbought. That simply means that it's above this 75 level, and it says the upside should be limited. So now we're anticipating the price to roll over. How far is it going to go? Well, let's just zoom out for a second. I want to show you a couple of things, because we've been saying this for months, right? Literally for months. So I'm just going to show you the price like so. Because we've been in a bear market since, I think it's like November 11th, right? So we're just going to zoom out like this. And over here, this is November 11th, this high. And we've had this big move down, some type of correction to the correction, massive move down, correction to the correction. And now we've broken this low over here. So most typical is we can measure this corrective move to the upside and get some price targets. And it's something called an external retracements, which we did already. And these two green lines, this line and this line. This is the typical minimum, which we've tagged already, which is around the $15,000 mark. And down here is more towards the $1,300 mark. This is most typical. So I wouldn't be overly surprised if we go below 13,000 or below 14,000 towards the 13,000 mark. So we just want to be on high alert. And you know, Bitcoin being the daddy of crypto, it will impact other coins. You know, I'm expecting Ethereum to go down. We're shorting Ethereum at the moment. Solana, same thing, and some other cryptos as well. So the name of the game, just to zoom out for a second, is if you're holding the underlying asset, you want to prepare yourself. So if you're holding Bitcoin long term, long term, this is just noise. Long term meaning over a year, 3 years, 5 years. I would just ignore this short term price behavior, because in the grand scheme of things, again, I just want to remind you this. I'm just going to zoom out right the way out. If we just really, really zoom out, I just want to make sure we are looking at this correctly. We are more than likely going to have a low over the next few months, a low, and then a new trend to the upside is typical. We're probably going to see this type of buying behavior again in the very, very near future. So I wouldn't be overly concerned. However, short-term trading, you want to be on high alert. If you're long already, is to make sure you're tightening your positions, your stop losses. And if you've got the ability to, there might be some good shorting opportunities, not only on Bitcoin, but other cryptos as well. Now, last but not least, I would like I'd like to invite you to become one of my students and take my 4 Secrets masterclass. My job is really using my 15 years of trading experience to upskill you so you can really see what really drives the market. And if you can bet on the correct side of the market, long and short, you can make some good money. And it's really 4 things. And we covered one of them in particular today, which is double time frame momentum. It's the thing that it can avoid you getting into the market when you shouldn't be, and then prepare you for good movements to the upside. This is free. It's in the link below. Check it out. I think you'll get amazing value from it. And if you like it, you can buy my course. It's got a huge discount right now. We've got some really exciting projects that we're launching internally in our private community. I'm going to finish with a quote, the quote of the day from my book. It's from chapter 3. This is from Confucius. And he says the following: "It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop." So everything in life is difficult before it's easy, and it's just repetition. Repetition being the mother of all skill, but paying attention actually increases your learning rate as well. So, but my book, by the way, you can also download for free, giving you massive amount of value because it's really great to get your mindset correct. And I've got some certain strategies that I learned over the years that I've baked into the book that will help you in your investing and trading career. And we want to play this game for the long term. So it does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop.